What is a patriot? A patriot is someone that loves Christ, country, and their family and neighbors. Someone who is willing to stand up for what's right. Although there may be a cost to them, someone who has overcome fear, because fear is of Satan, willing to go the extra mile to do and show what's right. The only reason I'm on YouTube is because of God. I feel it is my destiny, my duty to do and say the things God shows me, or else I'm no good to God at all. All patriots must stand up or risk losing God, country, and family. This is all of our destiny to do God's work. Thanks to all who watch my videos. But remember, it's not about us, but about our children, our country, our God. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Y'all didn't think we was going to make it, did you? But here I am with the great Steve Harloha.
How patient everyone is. That is so awesome.
I know, man. It's great to see everybody still here. You know, I figured everybody said, "Oh, the heck with this. I'm going somewhere else." I probably would have. But
yeah, well, I was still talking to him in the chat. So I was letting him know. Just hold on. Hold tight. Hold tight.
Good. Yeah, appreciate that, brother.
So cool about it, too.
Because, you know, there's some things we don't have control over in life, and unfortunately, power is one of them, and it just goes out when it wants to go out. I was surprised.
Yep.
I didn't figure it'd be back on to 8 or 9 o'clock tonight at then.
Right. Well, if it was because of someone crashing into a telephone pole, it probably would have been that long.
Yeah, if they'd had to, and the word was that they thought they was going to have to change out a transformer because, you know, but if they had changed out a transformer, it took a lot longer than this. So
right.
I think all it was whatever happened, you know, those little fuses they got up there that click off when a tree limb or something hits them. It don't take much. I think that's what it was. And all they got to do is click it back up into place most of the time. But it takes them an hour or two to get out there, you know, from wherever the heck they're at. So.
Well, it makes it worse. It's like when the power goes out like that. It's one thing if you didn't pay the bill, you know, but it's like, come on, man. I'm paying for this service, and this is how you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, and the thing of it is, here in this park, you know, the electricity and water is included in with the bill. So everybody's meter or electricity runs from the manager's place over there.
Right.
So if you pay the rent, which I have, well, I hadn't paid it this month yet, but I won't pay it tomorrow. But once you pay the rent, everything is paid, which is pretty neat. Particularly, it's only $400 a month here. You know, so that's
not bad.
No, electricity, water, and lot rent included. Not bad at all.
You know what they should do? They should make it a law that, because like if you don't pay the bill, they shut it off right away, right? So it should also be a law that if it gets shut off that has nothing to do with you, you should automatically get discounted on your bill, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
They inconvenienced you.
I couldn't agree more.
What do you get from that, you know?
Yeah, and like, well, when your power goes out for, let's say it goes out for a day, 1 day in the month, and you're late paying your bill, well, that day should be added on, you know, so that it gives you one more day at least to pay that bill.
Right.
Man, I say we got Joe Kerr in the chat. Welcome, Joe Kerr. Good to see you, brother. Been a while.
We got a
Joe.
whole bunch of people, huh?
He still owes his electric bill.
We got Kiss Off, Daniel, Butterfly, JM, Hoot Owl, Chris Gilbert, William Gramer. It's gonna be a damn good show.
Darn right. There's Hoot right there. Hoot, wrong one. Right there's Hoot.
American Girl. Who else? Steve-O, Arkansas. Miguel. Aloha, Miguel. Oh, that's a lot of chat for only being live for 6 minutes.
I hear you, man. There's a beautiful Kiss Off. Oh, and I forgot to say, the beautiful Hoot Owl right there. The beautiful, beautiful Hoot Owl is with us. And so is the beautiful Kiss Off. Now, Brew, I don't know if he'd like to be called beautiful or not, so I ain't going to call him beautiful. Hello, Brew. Welcome, brother. Welcome to everybody. Glad to see all you guys.
It's got free freedom. Salty Explorer.
Well, Steve, you're not going to believe it. I finally made it to over 300 subs. I think it was night before last. I finally cracked the 300 mark.
Nice.
At long last. Well, now, YouTube might have took them away between then and now. I hadn't looked, but, you know, at that time I had them anyway. Hello, Bonnies.
Which, if they wouldn't have kept taking your channel away all those times, you'd be well over 1,500 for sure.
I definitely think so. Yeah. And if I didn't have to keep taking these down myself now. Bonnie, what's going on with Shane? Do you know? Is he okay, or what's going on with him?
Here you go. I'm gonna share a screen. I was gonna bring that up a second ago, but I seen that, so I pulled it up instead. It's his brother just called, let me know that Shane is in bad shape. He was flown to the hospital on Amarillo last Wednesday. He has pneumonia and is on a ventilator. Please spread the information and keep Shane in your prayers. So yeah,
Lord, I didn't have no idea he was in that bad shape. I thought it was just, bad cold like I had or something.
Right. Yes, that's exact same thing I thought.
Hello, Miss Linda.
It was that bad. Linda, aloha.
Well, man, last time I heard from him or anything, he was seemed to be doing fine. But then all of a sudden, he's sicker than a dog.
Yeah, and like you said, I thought the same thing. It was, everybody gets a little sick or whatever, and I didn't think it was that bad. Bad,
sure didn't. Oh, Scott Free Freedom. Good name there. There's
Bad Daddy says, aloha, you old geezers.
Hey, talk kindly to your elders. I'm 198. Oh, Lord. Just turned 198. Did you ever wonder how it's going to feel like and be when you turn 198, Steve?
Never.
Well, it's no different from 197. So.
It's hard for me now because my brain is still at like 27 and I'm really 47, but my body's at like 87. So it's confusing. It's like,
I hear you, man. Damn, Joe's really aging me here. It's 1,098, dude. All right, we'll go. I might as well be that Joe because, there's not any difference between 198 and 1,098. So we'll go with that.
Hey, Joe Kerr must have went to a public school. His math is way off.
He graduated 6th grade, though. Graduated.
Technically, the last grade I graduated was 8th. So
8th? Golly, you went high, man. I graduated to 7th grade. That's how high I graduated.
8th grade, I did 2 years in high school. Well, a year and a half, really. And then I was like, I'm just gonna take that job at that plumbing company, and here I am.
There you are.
I did get my GED. I did go back and get my GED. I got it the same weekend I would have got my diploma. So
Well, you know what? When I was in school, and I kind of wished I would finish, but at the same time, you know, all the time I was in school, I hated it. I mean, I hated it with a passion, man. I would play hooky as often as I possibly could, and which was quite often, by the way. And I just wanted to, find me a job somewhere and go to work. Is what I wanted to do. And I think I was 14 at the time. And what happened was I got kicked out for playing hooky. I was the happiest guy you'd ever seen. D-Dog, what's up, brother? Good to see you, D-Dog. Oops.
the best part that got me excited when I got my GED is because, like I said, they passed me through 8th grade just because they were like, yeah, just send them off to high school.
Get rid of his
So
rotten ass.
when I went to get my GED, I signed up and everything, but I never went to any of the classes. And I just showed up on the day of the test. I didn't study, and I passed with a C plus average. So, I mean, to pass your GED with a C plus average and not go to class or study or go over anything, I don't think that's bad at all, right?
Well, no, I would have probably failed it by
Banana.
minus 200 points or whatever.
Nah. That's what confused me. Why people pay all this money to go to college? It's like,
It's not
what
dumb,
are they going
man.
to teach you that you can't learn yourself? You know?
Well, that's right. And here's what gets me. Hello, Miss Sharon Stein Spring.
Banana Anna.
Where's Banana Anna? I didn't see her.
She's
There she is. Right there.
It,
Welcome, Banana Anna. Welcome to all you lovely folks. At least I hope you're lovely.
I don't have my AFA shirt on today. I got my Long Island audit shirt on today, so I'm usually wearing some kind of a First Amendment audit channel shirt every day of the week.
Well, then today can't be excused. Go find one and get it on.
Put your dentures in and bite me.
Damn, what gets so said? I got to find. Oh, let's see. Getting interesting, isn't it? He just forgot it.
Hudo, yes, it's I'm stream sharing, so it's on Ronnie's channel, but I'm stream sharing it to my channel. Indy,
Beautiful Indy. What's going on, girl?
Hey baby, Banana Anna says hi. Nina. There, that's I relayed the message instantly.
Quickly, fastly, like in rocket speed.
That boy good.
Can't get no more gooder than that. And gooder is better than fine.
Gooder is gooder than gooder. See,
Is
I told
gooder
you
a word?
Told you I went to school. Hey, put it this way. Education is important, but plumbing is importanter. All right?
Exactly.
Let that one sink in.
Well, we all got to have plumbers from time to time. That, to me, a plumber or an electrician is more important than a damn doctor, or every bit as important. Because
Yep.
they may charge the hell out of it if you're a plumber or an electrician, but a doctor's going to charge the hell out of it too, and you might be worse off when you leave the doctor's office than you were when you came in.
Right.
So,
It'd be like if they called me out because their main sewer line's backed up and I put a bunch of roots into their sewer line.
Yeah.
And then said, you still got to pay me.
Yeah, and give them some kind of a horse pill to take, from time to time, which only made them worse.
Or like Celtic Explorer says, if it weren't for plumbers, we'd all be in some serious shit. Or like I like to say, without plumbers, you'd have nowhere to go.
That's for sure. but in both instances. So, were you and Nina on last night? Did y'all have a stream last night?
Yep, yeah, on her channel, we're doing the sunset. I was watching yours too, though, and Creeks. I was switching back, but then the phone died, and then we had to switch phones, and the net phone was almost dead, and the sun already set, so we ended ours.
I wanted to. It seemed like I saw you say something about it in my chat, but then when we finally went off, I went and checked. I was gonna at least say hello, but I didn't see y'all, so I didn't know if you're still on, or I don't even know if I may not be subscribed to Nina's.
I mean, could be, yeah. Because that's the hard part when YouTube is assholio. Scat Pack, what's up?
Yes.
And they take your channel away, then you forget all the people you were subbed to, and
I know it, and it just takes forever to get resubbed, and then by the dang, okay, I got it. I see. It had two on here of my show. I thought, well, how the hell's got two on there? But I said, because you're streaming mine. Anyway, can you drop her link in the chat, Steve, so I can see if I'm subscribed?
Oh yeah, let me see. But yeah, I think we ended that one around midnight your time, maybe like midnight, 12:30.
Yeah, y'all would have been gone off at the time. I know I didn't. I think I ended mine. I think about 1:30. Yes, I remember. So y'all 1:30 my time. Now I don't know what you talking about 12:30 your time.
Maybe I got the hours wrong. I always get screwed up on the time change.
But anyway, I didn't see you on, and so I said, well, but now Creek was still on. I didn't see it. I did look to see if you were there, and you weren't on his. So I just went on to bed.
Okay, here we go. This is work. There we go. That should be. Yeah, there's Nina's link. Okay. Your channel.
Let me get over there and see if I'm subscribed. Squad. See. Sound down. Yeah, it says I'm subscribed. But now it's showing your name there. Is that right?
Is it showing my name?
Yes, it's Steve Harlow.
What the heck?
Unless I hit the wrong thing somehow. Try it again. It says Nina, but well, I think what it's doing is
I'm trying to click on it and I can't. Maybe I did that wrong.
It just says go to channel, like I'm clicking on your name.
Oh, here we go. I did it wrong. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Forget that. Let me try it again. Do it to me one more time. There we go. Try that one.
JM dropped it too.
There. Yep. Okay. Yeah. I did it wrong the first time.
And I wasn't subscribed. There you go. All right. Now I am. So don't cuss me too hard, Miss Nina. I looked for you last night, but I couldn't find you. I didn't even think last night about not being subscribed to you, but I was too tired to think anymore.
Well, it was hard for me even when I was subbed to find it because I typed search and then go, and all these different Ninas would pull up, and I'm like, what the hell?
I know there's a lot of. I guarantee you go in there and just look for Ronnie York. I didn't have any idea there's that many Ronnie Yorks in the world. But when I first made, I think it was my second channel. I mean, there was a list on there. It took me an hour to scroll down to the bottom of that thing to find mine.
Yep. But I figured out the easy way to do it is Nina 808. If you put the 808 afterwards, it
Yeah.
pulls hers right up.
I don't think they had that back then. Numbers after the name. Not that I can remember anyway. All it has that I remember is like your name of the channel, and then they started the number thing about a year later. Best I remember anyway. And I'm probably wrong.
I'm always wrong. So yeah, don't listen to me.
Jason Gaudet, welcome. There's Mr. Ed. I saw Mr. Ed. Welcome, Mr. Ed. Oh, he moved. Welcome, Mr. Ed. Good to see you, brother. Oh,
yeah, I'm missing all kinds of.
I could, if I'd have seen that before I clicked on it, I'd have waited for another one. I didn't see what he said. Steve, I'll let you answer that question.
W, out of hand, Scat Pack. Who else jumped in? Oh, Black National Freedom Fighter, Aloha. And yes, I will. I'll get a hold of you afterwards.
Well, AC is asking you a question there too.
Who's AC? Never heard of him. Next.
You know that that guy from Alabama that is still a liberal, acting like he's a conservative.
Does he go by IHOP?
That's him.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's him. Becky Justice, hello and welcome. No,
yeah, I was checking out your show last night, but back and forth, and we were live, but I did miss a lot of it. So I'm gonna. Well, I can't go back and watch, so you're gonna have to fill me in.
Well, you can on Rumble, but
yeah, I need to start using Rumble more.
Oh, last night was really more about, spending time with Chap because he hadn't been on and God knows when with me. And so, we talked about everything, though. A lot of things we probably shouldn't talk about on the tube, but we talk about them anyway, like we always do. But, I didn't show the video. Man, I had several videos that I was going to play last night if Chap hadn't shown up. And yours was one of them, but I didn't get around to showing them because, we were just having fun is all it was really about last night. But,
right.
I would show it now. You think it's, I hadn't seen it, so is it safe to show it? On, to be on your channel too?
Wait, say the one, if you see the what?
That video you sent me?
Uh-huh.
Is it safe to show it? How long was it?
Oh, yeah, no, because it should be. It's from YouTube, so.
Okay.
But I'm trying to remember. It is the microwave one, right? Something about microwave.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. No, yeah, that's from YouTube, so it should be. But then again, I've done that before, and you get a copyright. They don't shut your channel down for it, but they give you a copyright for. I don't think that one would because it's one that they want the message to get out there.
Let's see here.
When did I send that? Oh yeah, you can pull it up. That's right.
Let's see. Yes. Oh, and I think I'm going to play. Before I pull that one up, did I ever tell you about the video that when my son was renting our house from us, the one I just sold? When he was renting it, he was there by himself this night. And so he comes in, puts his phone on the charger, and sets it up. I don't know if it's on the chest or what, and he lays down and goes to sleep. The phone turns itself on and starts playing music and recording. And he's laying on the bed. You can see him laying on the bed and more or less snoring. And all kinds of weird shit starts happening. I mean, this music is playing. It's just playing it over and over. Weird music. And then at the now there's way more stuff that happens in between. But at the end, when right before he wakes up, there's these little pinpoints of light that show up at the foot of his bed. There's one, starts at the top, one at the top, and then there's one over here at the top, and a few seconds later, and it goes on down, kind of in the form of a human. But they're very tiny, bright lights. I mean, you can see them. I mean, I don't. This is a copy of it that my daughter just sent, so I'm not sure how good it still is. I'm gonna have to watch it again, and see if it can still see and hear everything. But I mean, you could hear people in the kitchen because you had the door open, the bedroom. You could hear people in the kitchen, in the microwave, like there's cooking things and stuff. Just all kinds of crap going on. But I plan on showing that probably tonight or tomorrow night. I'm not sure.
Damn, that sounds interesting as hell, man. Shit.
Oh, it's interesting. Believe me, it's very interesting. If you can still see it, like I say, I don't know how plain it is now because I haven't seen it in a couple of years. This has been, a good 8 or 9 years ago, when this happened. But it's amazing once you see it. And you got to remember, and it turns itself, the phone does. It turns itself a little bit so that you can, see things better, I guess. I mean, I don't know why it turned itself. But he's plainly laying there in the bed asleep.
That's crazy.
It is.
I can't wait to see that.
Well, I'm guaranteeing you, if it's still, if the video itself is still in as good a shape as it was, you'll see it. Yeah, and I hope it is because I want everybody to see it. That's one of the things that, if not the main thing, that finally got me to believe in, that ghosts are possible. I mean, it is one weird ass video.
It would definitely get me to believe.
Yeah, then after he moved out and we moved back in, I was there about 8 years after my wife died. And there was some strange. I mean, you know all the stuff that happened.
That's what I was gonna bring that up. Yep.
I mean, man, it was weird. And I thought it was because and it could have been because I had her ashes there. That all these things were going on. But that wasn't the cause with him. I mean, I don't know what was going on with him, but there were some weird things happening. Let me tell you. But man, and I've been trying to get her to send me that video now for a year, but she had changed phones, and I don't even know how she got it from the phone that it was, because somehow it wound up being lost. But however she did it, she found the video again. And so I plan on playing it. One night.
I'm definitely looking forward to that. And I pinned, or Indy put your link in my chat and I pinned it. So
all right, wonderful.
Definitely go subscribe to Ronnie if you want to see that.
Absolutely. I hope everybody does.
Bad Daddy, I'm not drinking anything. Oh wait, I'm not drinking anything.
Steve's got an indivisible beer. Indivisible. For liberty and no justice for anyone, as it now stands anyway.
Land of the free and home of the slave.
Thank you, Arkansas, for the new subscription. I appreciate that.
See if we can't get Ronnie to 400 by next weekend.
Nice. That would be nice.
Yeah, Indy knows me too well.
Yeah. Anybody that knows you at all knows you well enough knows you. You love Heineken.
Well, there used to be Labatt Blue, but they don't have that out here.
I would tell you something about it, but it's not safe to say it, so I won't.
About Labatt Blue?
know about Heineken.
Oh, about Heineken. Oh,
Yeah, it's well, it's more or less what we were discussing that day with the numbers on the bottom of the beer. I think it is of the bottle.
oh, okay. That's yep.
It's it's along those lines, except it's a tad worse. I mean, it's not any worse, but well, I guess it is worse too. Thank you, Fab Daddy. Subscribe for the second time. Yeah, I mean, you may have to subscribe for a third time. Boy, they take mine down sometimes. I
You
hope
never
not.
know. You never know with Ronnie's channel.
That's for darn sure. Yeah, Steve's got one of them sneaky bottles. You can't sneak up on it. It can sneak up on you though.
Perfect green screen. They can't get me for drinking on on a live.
They can get you for acting like you're drinking though. I mean, that'd be about it because they can't see the bottle.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Jake? Good to see you, brother. Homeless in America.
Yes, sir. There he is. It's another one I haven't resubscribed to because I didn't remember it. You can drop your link, Jake. I'll go ahead and resubscribe. Oh, has he even got a? He hadn't got a wrench on my channel though.
Here, I can drop it. I'll pull it up and then drop it in your channel.
I want to give him a wrench anyway. If I he's
Oh yeah, Jake. I pinned Ronnie's channel's pinned at the top of my page. If you want to jump over on his channel and put something in the comments on his channel, then he can wrench you up and you can drop your link.
I don't even see his name yet in my chat. Oh, he's on yours. That's why. So yeah, you have to do it that way.
There you go. Let's see. This Ronnie's channel. There we go. All right, here's Homeless in America's link. I put it on your channel.
Yes, sir. I see it. All right. Get my phone again. Back here.
Fab Daddy, no. I started to, because I was thinking, that's funny you said that. He said, I just recently unsubscribed to some channels. Have you ever cleared your list? And I talked about that for a while. Like, I've never unsubbed from anyone. And then I was thinking about it a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, how many people am I subscribed to? And I went, and I'm like, I'm like over 1,000. And I'm like and it's in alphabetical order. And I started unsubscribing and I never even got the B. So I was like, I don't have time, man.
A lot of people in it. Loyal, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Been a long time since seen Loyal. That ain't Loyal. Where's Loyal? There he is, right there. Sorry about that, Fab Dave.
Hey, yeah, Loyal. Good to see you. Aloha.
Yeah, it's definitely good to see you, Loyal. And BNFF, thank you, brother, for the subscription. I appreciate that. And Loyal, I don't guess Loyal's even had a show on for a while now. I hadn't seen him any of his well, I know he had one about a month ago, I guess it was, which I watched, at least watched some of it. But
Yeah,
well, I tell you what, they were having
I'm
an
still
argument that
subscribed to
day.
him. I gotta still be subscribed to him because I never even got the B. So Elvis, wait. Debbie, aloha, or Deborah Clark, aloha.
Yeah, hello, Deborah. How you doing there, girl? Yeah, the last time I watched Law, I'm here to tell you, man, he had a big old panel that day, and they were having a knockdown, drag out argument. I don't remember what it was over, but I mean, it was a debate, not really an argument, but they were having a good one. And Lowell is, Lowell's, he's one of them smooth talkers, so he can be more or less cussing you out, and it sounds like he's being nice,
Oh, that's really smooth then.
Yeah.
If you can cuss someone out and they're thanking you for it. such a nice guy. So
That's
nice.
kind of the way Lowell is. Yeah, I gotta ask Miss Deborah, how's it going with your, the problem there with your granddaughter and everything? Is anyway, there's a reason I asked, and I don't know whether how much I ought to talk about it here, because I haven't got her permission. I hope everything's going good.
Yeah, I remember sharing that last week, I think.
I know that the family, I guess it'd be her. I don't know if it was her daughter or her son's daughter, but either way, they were needing some help, with everything. And I have permission. All right, thank you, Miss Deborah. Thank you.
And Jake, yes, I can still see all the chats on the StreamYard side.
But she's wanting us to do a fundraiser for her granddaughter. And at the time, well, as you know, I'd done one for Miss Karen, and then I had been
You
doing
helped
one.
me out. You helped me out too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you and then Miss Karen, and then Ken Red Pill. That's one I was in it for then, and so now I'm done with Ken, and now I really need to do one with Miss Deborah. I mean, Miss Deborah's been around for a long time, and I know she's been a supporter of my channel for a long time, so I would really like to do one for her somewhere along the line.
Well, Deborah, drop a link right now if you want, or I'll put it in my chat too.
Oh, absolutely.
Karen Reese, aloha. Garrett, emotional damage.
Laurel said, "Did you hear the cops might be called out for treason?" Oh, I heard it, Laurel. As a matter of fact, I played a video last night about it. But there was the video I played, and I'm not saying that all these videos, I don't know how much faith anyone should put in any of them, but the guy that was on this video was saying that that there were ex special forces guys. I think it was 36 of them, something like that. That well, there's tunnels underground there in Maui. They're underground everywhere. But anyway, they came out of these tunnels somehow or another, and according to him, started arresting the cops because the cops were keeping people from getting food and water that'd been brought in for them. And like I say, I don't know how true it is. I just played it for everybody to. Sure, you can drop a link, Laurel. Definitely, brother.
Yep. Yeah, I was just gonna respond to that in the chat, but yep, that's what I was gonna say. Go for it.
But I think it's important, for everybody to hear it. Whether then you got to trust your own judgment on it. On all those
Is that
things.
the Hawaii real estate guy?
No, it was another guy.
Okay.
I don't know who he was. He just said more or less said, I don't give a damn if you believe this or not. It's true. And I mean, I would play it again, but I don't want to put your channel in danger. You see what I'm saying? I don't know that it would. I'm just saying it's possible because the video didn't come from YouTube.
Oh, that's what I was just gonna say. If it's a YouTube video, I don't care. But yeah, if it didn't come from YouTube, that's could be risky.
But yeah, that's the second time though I've heard. No, the third time I've heard of that kind of thing happening there on Maui about the arrest of things. And but the thing is there's no way to prove it. I mean, I've got videos where the guys are telling about it, but there's no way to prove it. So, all I do is lay it out there, and people to, if you do with what you want to do, believe, not believe, or whatever, go check it out for yourself.
Well,
But
I mean,
yeah,
just
they,
from my experience from living here for 15 years now, the government and the cops, in my opinion, are probably a little bit more corrupt than the rest of America. It's pretty bad.
I think the further west you go, from the continental U.S., the worse it gets. Like Hawaii, Guam, whatever.
Yep.
I think it just gets worse. It sure appears that way, anyway.
It is, especially with politicians here, man. It's wow. I'll just say the governor is the worst that it gets.
Yeah,
Absolute worst.
and now they're putting up what's called a dust fence around Maui. So nobody. They won't let you fly drones. They won't let you ride a motorcycle. You can't walk in there.
Yep. You're
Now
not
you
allowed to
can't
pull
even.
over and park on the side of the street or nothing.
That's right. And now you can't even. Like I said, they're putting a dust fence around it, so you can't see in there. You can't fly over it.
Yep.
So
It's like be more obvious that you're hiding something. You know what I mean?
absolutely. Plus, I want to dig this. They got God knows who all going through people's stuff. Like they won't let people go back in there, to get their into their safes so they can get important documents or jewelry or whatever out of their safes because they are the ones getting it. The Whether it be the FBI, the FEMA or whoever, what they're doing is they're robbing people. I mean, it's just straight up.
Yeah. And was that on your show last night or something else I was watching? But something about when all those fires started, a lady was trying to like get back to her house, like go into the fires because her son was home, and all these I don't know cops or sheriffs or whoever it was, no, we got everyone, everything's fine, and they assured her, and then she waited like a day or day and a half or something, and then she finally got back, and her son was in bed, not alive. So
Yeah. I don't
they
remember if I
straight up
played that.
lied to her.
I know it wasn't last night that video. I think I might have played the night before or something. But I mean, golly, I played so many videos. I wouldn't swear to it that I played it at all. But I think I did one night last week. But I don't remember when. What? Hello, what? What's up, girl? Good to see you. Yeah,
And
William Tire, good to see you,
homeless in
brother.
America is accurate on that too about Arizona. They're really corrupt.
Well, there's a lot of states like that that are. Arizona is one of the most corrupt. But then you go to all up and down the West Coast. I mean, that's just it's so corrupt. It's pathetic. One of the things we was talking about last night was the insurance in California. What they've like last year or the time before, if you paid $1,000 for fire insurance, now it's going to cost you $8,000 a year for fire insurance. So what they're doing is they're making it impossible for people to buy fire insurance, and then when your house burns down, well, you hadn't got any insurance to rebuild it with, so you have no choice but to move or whatever.
Yep.
And so what happens then? Well, they get your land. I mean, this is all. Man, I don't know what to say. It's just so evil it hurts.
Well, yeah. I mean, just like the governor here, right after it happened, he's talking about buying the land to be able to build, to have like, what do they call that? Like for low income living and shit like that. But like
Yeah, well,
immediately after it happened, he's already saying how they're gonna, buy the land to rebuild so that they can take more of the people's money, basically.
Mr. Charlie, hello there. How you doing today?
Las Vegas, yep. And you know what else, Jam, about that? Same guy is Charlie. Aloha, Charlie. And Tennessee Ridge Runner.
Yep. Hello, Red
The
Runner.
thing about that guy from Vegas, too, is he wasn't even here or in Maui for 50 days. And I guess his salary started at like 148,000. And not even 50 days later, he was saying he needed a raise to 198,000. And he ended up getting over 200,000 a year, less than 2 months.
Well,
And
well, I mean, he's an important, very smart man. I mean, what else you going to do? He's probably worth in their eyes $1 million.
right.
If you'd asked where he might have got it, wouldn't surprise me none.
And in their eyes, like, oh, it's not our money. We just take it from the people. So
Oh, that's right. They're very good at it too.
that's one hell of a paycheck for a welfare recipient.
It sure is. Let's see here.
Charlie
Good
Baldwin.
question. Good question, Garrett. He says, why would they test the national emergency broadcast days before Thanksgiving nationwide? For what? Well, the reason they're doing that is because they want to make sure it works, so that and who really knows if it's going to be a test or not? It may be the real McCoy. So they're letting everybody know, that it's coming one way or the other. It's coming. But now, and that's another thing about the emergency broadcast system, or the EAS system. It was located on Mount Weather. It is located on Mount Weather. I think that is, hell, I don't know where, somewhere up north in the Northeast. I'm not sure, New York or wherever. But supposedly, and I'm pretty sure this did happen, that the bad guys, they had it first, and but the good guys went in and took it away from them. Here, this has been about a year ago. So I'm just saying, whatever does happen there with it should come from the good guys. Of course, there's no way to prove any of this stuff, so you just have to use your own judgment on all of it. The thing about it is, it looks like only bad stuff is happening all around the world, and that is what's in the news. But there's so much stuff happening behind all that, that is good. But that's the part we don't hear about.
Yep.
And the thing is, with the supposed mugshot of Trump the other day, that was Trump's way of saying, it's that's it. There won't be any more indictments or anything. I'd almost bet on that, because he re-truthed that thing on his channel, and there were three sentences at the bottom of the picture, or mugshot if you want to call it that. But the first three letters of that whole thing said, "It's the end." I believe that's how it's the end. I know that, however it put it, but whatever the sentences were, it was the end. So what he's saying is that they're coming after people. They are now on the hunt. They're not laying back anymore like they were before. They're literally going after these people and arresting them, the ones they hadn't already arrested in the past. And that picture or mugshot, whatever you want to call it, is of course it's photoshopped, big time. I mean, there's no way that if they're going to do a mugshot, they're not going to let the guy do it in a suit and tie, But
Right.
then again, that guy was Trump. Trump is at the very least, the commander in chief. He had all the Secret Service agents with him, where, in my opinion, or all of them are special operations guys. That first of all, they're a lot of them are masquerading as not only Secret Service but as federal marshals, but they're all special op guys. And so it's just, I mean, it's, and the way he was sitting there in the supposed mugshot, he's got his head down, and looking up, like this. And in any mugshot, they do a front picture and then a profile of both sides. But that was the only picture they done of Trump.
And that all took in 7 minutes too, right?
Wasn't it something like 17?
Oh, 17. Okay, I knew that was,
but
still, that's pretty damn quick.
Yeah,
I know. I've been arrested before, and it's taken like 3 hours to do that. So.
Yeah, but you got to figure what's the 17th letter of the alphabet.
Well, yeah, oh yeah, that's true. I forget about the numbers part. Yep.
No, Indy, I didn't get a video from Loyal. If it's Loyal sent it to me, I'll darn sure play it. But I haven't got a video from Loyal that I know of. Let me check and see, but I don't think I've got one.
Yeah, and homeless in America is right too. The news only tells you what they want you to think. Propaganda.
No, I hadn't got one from Loyal. I don't know if Indy's still in the chat or not. So.
Yep. Yeah, he just said I sent it to you.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Laura. Meemaw, hello and welcome. Meemaw Patriot.
Meemaw, Red Pill.
There's Red Pill. What's going on today, Mr. Red Pill? Mr. Ken. Mr. Ken, Mr. Ken. He's not a medicine man. Let's see if I got that. Oh, refresh here and see. I still haven't got it. I didn't. Let's see what this is. No, I didn't get it. Lowell, if you're still there, it didn't. That video didn't come through. Oh, okay. So it returned his. Okay.
Wow, we have a combined total amount of 63 likes. That's pretty good.
Really?
Hey,
Wonderful.
Jason got that. Aloha.
As soon as you put that link in there, Lowell, I don't know. I guess Lowell's on mine. I don't know if that's a link, but it's not on mine. So he must be in your chat, Steve.
I'm in both, actually. I'm switching back and forth.
Yeah, but I mean, Lowell's the link that he just dropped there. It's not showing up.
Let me see. I thought he was been dropping them in both. Let me see.
It hadn't come up in my chat yet.
I'll pull it up. Let's see.
And if you would, I mean, we can play it here as far as I'm concerned, but I don't want to take a chance on hurting your channel now. So,
hey man, I'm a chance taker.
Chance taker. Oh, it's on Telegram.
Oh, this is
right
Telegram one. Okay. If Oprah really cared, she'd open her pocket. She could rebuild every house lost and never. Yeah, that is true.
They all could. It wouldn't hurt none of them. Hello, Dakota. What's going on, girl? Good to see you.
Why isn't it playing? Do I got a viewing channel?
The link wouldn't. I mean, the button won't work up there.
Yeah, no, it's playing. Nothing's happening.
Okay, get context, Steve.
Oh shit! Let me go back.
Sometimes they won't work.
Here we go. I think this might be it. No, still not playing.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know what it is about Telegram. But a lot of times I can pull it up and it works just fine. Other times can't get it to work at all.
Damn Telegram.
My law says wait and read what it says. LSP.
Oh, you mean the
What's going
part
on, man?
about that Oprah has to rebuild every house and not miss any of the money?
I don't know the way he's talking. There must be more to it than that. He just says wait and read what it says.
All right, let me pull it up again.
Is there any way to get it to play, law, that you know of on here? Any secret you know?
Huh. I think it's because I don't have Telegram on my computer.
That may very well be it. But I've got it on mine, and a lot of times I still can't get them to play. But Ridge Runner says, Ronnie, did you see what Roseanne's interview with Jack Prozovic, or however you say his name, 2 days ago? She asked him about the envelopes at Bush's funeral. He did not know what they said. Of course, that's what he's going to say. He knew exactly what they said in there. Old man Bush said, I'm sorry. They know everything.
Yeah, I didn't watch that yet. I usually watch all the Roseanne's podcast or whatever she has because they're good. Every one so far is really good.
Yeah, and man, I used to not be able to stand her because I thought she was a flaming liberal idiot, but undoubtedly, and
I was on the same boat. I thought the same thing. Yep.
But kind of find out she's not.
And I found out, well, not anymore, but I found out that she used to live on the Big Island.
Oh, she did?
Yep. And I didn't know that till after she moved. I was like, damn, I didn't know she used to live in Hawaii. But,
I just
I used to think the same thing about her, but she's always been very conservative.
She can still get pretty stupid sometimes, but
oh yeah.
I mean, hey, Mr. B, Elvis is in the house, y'all.
Mr. B and the Dom father.
Yep, there's the Dom father. What's up, Dom?
Price.
Yep, and Lauren. What's up, Lauren? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, Elvis. Good to see you, Dom father. Got all kinds of great folks in here today. All kinds.
And how do we got 44 people watching? I think it says it on your side, on the StreamYard.
45 now.
45. Awesome.
Yep. Thanks, everybody. Y'all don't forget to hit that like button. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Elvis, did you hit the like button? I hadn't seen Elvis on lately either. But in all honesty,
last night.
Did you?
On Creeks. We were on Creeks together.
Oh, okay. I mean on his own show.
Oh,
I haven't seen him on.
Yeah, what's up with that, Mr. B?
Exactly. Elvis said
let me rephrase that.
What's up with that, Mr. B?
Hey, that's your son. Don't talk to him so mean. Mr. B, so happy you're back. I've definitely missed you. Says Mimo. Well, I think we've all missed Elvis. But, he still won't admit yet that he's Elvis. One of these days he will. I don't know if it's Elvis or if he just stole his voice, but one or the other.
Definitely got to be one or the other. Definitely. LSP. Aloha. Always good to see LSP.
Sure enough, is. Hello, ex bootlicker. How you doing today, brother? You know what today, Steve? I told you in on the phone a while ago, but in addition to the power going out, along about that same, just a few minutes afterwards, it started raining. Hadn't rained a drop here in 2 months. I mean, at all. And then, when the power go, I don't know what one had to do with the other. Probably nothing. But I'm just saying it was a heck of a coincidence.
Right. And then when it stops, oh man, the humidity, I can just imagine. Because then once it stops raining, how hot it gets. Ugh.
Yeah. Well, it's still cloudy out there right now, but it'll probably be a hot, humid motor scooter tomorrow.
See, and Jake wishes it would stop raining where he's at.
Where are you at? It's California, right? Or Washington?
I think Washington. Pretty sure it's Washington.
Been a long time since I watched him. It's been a long time since I watched a lot of people that I don't even know who it is that I'm missing.
Right, I know. I try to, but thank God work has finally picked up. So I've been busy during the week, but I'm always listening with my earbuds. But still, it's like it's hard.
Yeah,
A lot of times I'll be listening to someone that's like they're live, and then that live ends, but I'm working, so I just have an earbud in, and I'm not listening to anything for like a good half hour until I stop working, and then try to find out who else is live. And then it's harder when there's like 3 or 4 people live at the same time. It's like, shit, which one do I listen to?
Number 40 at Steve's. Let me go see how many I got on mine. Probably ain't got nowhere near that on mine.
Ronnie's got 35.
Who hadn't hit the like button on my side? Now, come on,
What's wrong with you? How 40, dare you not hit 40 the like
on Steve's, button? Only 35 on mine. Come on.
Unacceptable.
Absolutely. They definitely like us being deceived, Laurel. But that's what they've been doing now for a couple thousand years. So it's old habits are hard to break.
Well, that's the thing, because if you think about it, like before internet came out, right? I mean, think about how corrupt it probably used to be when you had no way of because now it's so easy to find things out. But back then, you just what the news told you, that was it. Like that has to be true. That's what the news says. But think back of how much they probably lied, and
I agree 100%. Oh, and you know what? I heard right before I came on here that John F. Kennedy Jr. He had the magazine called George.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was telling about here a couple of weeks ago about him being up on when Trump gave the speech at Mount Rushmore. When he was publicly president. Well, John F. Kennedy Jr. had a picture taken there. And I know people think he's dead, but he ain't. Anyway, the George magazine today or whenever it was that came out had that picture of him on top of Mount Rushmore. I haven't seen the picture. I've seen a picture of him on top of Mount Rushmore, but it was taken from such a distance you can't tell who it is.
Right.
But the one that George magazine has got, I haven't seen. But the question is why would George magazine put that out there unless they believe that JFK Jr. is still alive? Which I do. I would bet money on it he's still alive. But I don't own a big magazine, and it's and they do, and they're putting this kind of stuff out for them.
Right. It's yeah, it says a lot.
Definitely does for
Actions,
me.
not distractions. But yeah, it's like takes real men and women to decide to change against all odds, and that's hard. And yeah, by doing that, then that magazine's basically, saying something.
It is. And I do believe myself, I believe strongly that JFK Jr. is still alive. Well, here 4 or 5 months ago, uh, on my channel, I had a picture of him and his wife together. And I don't know where they were at, but they were on a street somewhere. I mean, look, of course, they were aged, from what they were when he supposedly died. But Chap found a picture of him, when he was young, and put them more or less side by side. Best, you can get it anyway. I mean, they're dead on. There's you can tell it's them. I could tell it's them without that, but Chap just doing it, to try to prove one way or the other. And if it proved it anyway, it proved that they are definitely still alive, which I believed before that. But I'm just saying, that Chap done a good job with those pictures, putting them side by side and everything.
Right. And Meemaw Patriot says you do know who the magazine is named after, don't you, Ronnie? I don't. That's the only reason I brought it up.
No, I don't. I never have. I did know it one time, but I've forgotten. So, Meemaw, if you can tell us, be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, because I have no idea. That's why it stuck out to me. Because I'm like, what's the answer? Who is it?
Yeah, no kidding.
I want to know. Tell me.
So do I. We've been nosy, Meemaw. Let us in on the secret.
Don't leave us hanging. Okay, I had
George
that's what I had a feeling that was it, but I was like, nah, that can't be it. I thought it was.
Well, that makes sense though, because he told all the crooks and that he was coming after him. He had to take down. This is what he said now, that if he had to take down the whole government, he was going to get the people to kill his daddy. And that's what's happening right now. He is a big part of this whole movement with Trump and Q and everything else. And so that's what the George H.W. is about. Gotcha.
Involved in his wow.
Yeah. And exactly, Meemaw. They all were. Johnson. Oh, this thing went all the way up to the lady in England, that recently passed. Well, here's sometime last year. The one that had the crown on her head, or supposed to wear it.
Right. The Queen.
The Queen, yes, the Queen.
What magazine? George. That's just the whole name, right? Just George.
Yep, just George.
And Dakota, not, and I haven't, but
no, but we were just reading something. Who sent that in a while?
I think it was Debbie Clark. Was it that changed?
It wasn't. It was Bonnie's, wasn't it?
Or Bonnie's. I'm sorry. Bonnie's and her. Someone contacted her. But as far as me or Ronnie, I haven't been in touch with them.
I bet Mr.
Personally.
B can tell all about it. Mr. B, how's Shane doing? Is he? I figure if anyone knows, it'd be you. Is he doing any better? Or?
Yeah, because all we know is he's in the hospital with pneumonia and on a ventilator.
If he's on a ventilator, I feel for him, man.
Yeah, I really do because, Anyway,
Robin
I don't want to start crying again.
House.
Get me crying on every live stream with you.
Hello, Robin. Good to see you, girl.
Welcome. Aloha, sister. That's my sister from another mister.
Sister from another mister.
I've known
Yes.
her since before I even put a video on my channel.
Oh, you know, she used to come into and watch my shows all the time, but I haven't seen her in a long time. Robin, it'd be nice to see you back in the chat, girl. Certainly would.
And I have because Ronnie keeps losing channels because YouTube doesn't like when YouTube's assholio, basically.
They sure the hell
So
are.
just in case you're not subbed to this channel, I pinned his link, or Independent Men United pinned it, but I pinned it at the top. So we're gonna try to get Ronnie back to 400 by next weekend.
That'd be nice. Well, you know, on the first channel I had, Ronnie York's Ronnie Cash, I had, if I remember correctly, I think I had right at 700 subs on that one. And then the one that they took, one of the last ones they took down had over 1,000 on it. But that was because, a lot of that was because of Miss D's Magic Fingers.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure the first one was around 700 because I remember talking about it, going, man, you were up to 7, like you were, yeah, you were like over 7, I think. Because I was like, then you got to start all over, and you did, and then it happened again.
Yeah, and you know what was so funny about that, Steve? That and the other channel they took down was I had, I'd already gotten those 2 strikes, and I was trying to be extremely careful. So I don't know what it was that I could have said or done that cost me the last strike. When they took my channel away, because I wasn't mentioning it. I mean, I was talking, of course, but I was trying to stay away from all the stuff that is, the buzzwords and everything.
Walking on eggshells, basically.
Yeah, I think what they done was they went back, a long ways wherever they had to go to find the other, what it was that, to give me the final strike.
And they didn't even tell you, did they?
No. They took that channel and another one, and didn't send me an email. One of them I didn't even get a strike on at all, and they took it away. Didn't even get a warning.
Ruthless.
Mm-hmm.
Assholio. That's what that is. That's straight up assholio.
No, they're definitely that. And then I got a warning strike on this channel last week for mentioning, the C word. And I'm not talking about, the woman part. I'm talking about the C word.
I know. Yeah. But I didn't know you got your, okay, so damn, that's crazy. Yeah, so you got your warning, which you only get one warning. After that, it's strike.
Yep.
But for mentioning that, though, that's crazy because I thought they were past that point to where you're allowed to. Wow.
They're supposed to be, and they're also supposed to be past the point where you talk about the election. I mean, it's
right.
But with them, they'll tell you one thing and then turn right around and.
Oh yeah, they'll change the rules. They change the rules daily.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, and you know what else? It just popped in my head too. I bet you know what time it's getting close to, and what they're going to be bringing back.
Oh yeah.
So maybe they're changing it again, where it's going to go back to you can't say that, you can't talk about this.
They're going to try to bring back the face diapers. They're going to try to put us back into lockdown.
So and you know what they say, the sign of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again.
Yep.
And they are going to get a different result. I do believe that they will get a different result.
Oh, no doubt.
Not what they got last time.
This time there's even going to be a bunch of liberals that are over it and won't wear them.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Because a lot
they're
of
not going to get the result they think they're going to get.
That's right. A lot of those liberals have woke up finally. Thank God. It's past time for them to. To me, it's past time for anybody to wake up. I mean,
yeah, literally.
When you see and know what's happened to our kids, and I'm talking about everybody's kids throughout the world. When you, if you've even heard the rumor about that and you haven't went to check it out, then there's something wrong with you. But then again, you go back and you know a lot of these people have kids just so they can rent them out, for whatever reasons they want to rent them out for, or whoever is renting them wants to do with them. And they teach them all kinds of crazy things. I mean, like trans and all that. They don't care. I mean, how can anybody think that it's all right for a man to become a woman or act like a woman, or for a woman to act like a man?
Right. Where's the logic?
It just,
yeah. I'm at loss for words.
no shit. Well, I can see a lot of guys want to act like they're a woman so that they can go in the women's restroom, and get, be a
Right.
peeping Tom.
Right.
But other than that, I don't get it at all. And a lot of them do it because, they're just crazy.
Well, yeah, and that's how crazy they are, because now I could get pregnant, right? According to
Mm-hmm.
them, that's how crazy.
Oh.
Like, doesn't
Well, I
work
thought
that
you'd
way.
had 2 or 3 kids already. You haven't been pregnant and had a kid yet?
Oh,
I'm
actually, I
surprised.
do. I got like a couple dozen, but I'm getting ready to pop out my first one out of my body.
We were talking about that last night, and how, if a man had a baby, can you imagine how big the hemorrhoids would be? And not to mention the pain of, it, particularly if it came out of the front part. I mean, it would be painful on from either
Right.
side. But man, if it came out of the front part, now that would be,
What
oh,
I heard is the surgeries they're doing now is, well, besides chopping off the old mommies and daddies and replacing it with a fake VV. Um, they're saying they're going to start doing surgeries to put ovaries in a man,
really?
and so that they can be right and men can actually have babies. But it's like, uh, it's all insane. It's
It is.
insanity. It's
Well, first of all, putting ovaries in a man, you would also have to have, he would have to have something in his body that produces estrogen, and he's also got to have a womb. He's got to have all the artillery that a woman's got down there that a man don't got. You know. Oh, and let me tell you this while I'm thinking of it. We had this has been a while back. Chap and I were talking about this on one of my shows, and I think it was mine. It might have been his channel, whichever one it was on. Uh, he had this chap had this prescription from a doctor. It's on a video, and it was for some kind of a pill or ointment, whatever it was. But this guy that had the operation needed it because maggots were growing up inside of him, where they cut his thing off, and made a fake
I think
vagina.
I think I remember this. But yeah, keep going.
Yeah, well, that's basically it. He was had maggots because that don't never heal totally. So
Ah,
maggots were growing up in there, and so he needed this ointment or pill or whatever it was, to kill the maggots. I mean, can you imagine walking around your whole life in a hole cutting that don't never heal, and have to have an ointment or whatever to
and
kill the
just
maggots?
think about I'm sure probably everyone here has seen a maggot, just one single maggot in real life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, just visualize. Nah, I can't. That's disgusting.
Well, can you
Why? Why
imagine?
would you do that? Why would you put yourself like, okay, well, this might happen if you do this. Fuck it. Why not?
Yeah, no
Oh shit,
kidding,
man!
man.
I got all these maggots. You're eating maggots, Michael. Oh, it's
Can
so
you
gross.
imagine Steve going out at a club, and running into what you think is a real pretty girl, and so you wind up going home with this real pretty girl, and what would you do? What would you do? If you got ready to do the deed, and you get ready to poke it in. I don't know how to put that other than that, and drag out a bunch of maggots and flies, and they're all
Oh,
over your worm. I mean, boy, that's got to. Oh Lord.
and you thought crabs were bad. Oh man.
Lord. Why in the world would anybody want to do something like that?
I'm telling you, man, it's well, what blows my mind is jellyfish, right? Jellyfish don't have brains, but they somehow have survived for 650 million years. So that gives a lot of dumb people a lot of hope, right?
Well, they undoubtedly have the
Jellyfish.
urge to have sex, with a male with a female and a female with a male. But if you want to be gay, well, that's your business. Go on and be gay.
Right.
But why would you want to have your artillery cut off and a fake vagina installed that never gets well? I mean, man alive.
Just talk about ruining. I mean, yeah. I have tattoos that I wish I never got. That I guess now I can get it removed, but that costs so much and it hurts and takes so long.
Hmm.
But why would you want to put yourself in a position like that where you can't reverse it? You can't. It's just you just ruin the rest of your life.
You literally have. Even if it's not like it's something that you can go back and have everything replaced, and be like you were before.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe they can install a fake one. I mean, I don't know, but I can't see them installing anything or reinstalling anything that would work. I'm talking about sexual wise. Maybe they could fix it where you could pee, but sexual wise, I just don't see it. That would have to be about as bad as the thing that you were before when you're supposed to be a female. Man, I actually know a woman that had her breast removed because she wanted to look like a man. She didn't want people to see her breast. So she had her breast removed so that she wouldn't, so that people and when you talk to her the first time I ever met her or him, whatever the hell you want to call her, I literally didn't know if it was a girl or a guy because looking at her, she looks like a guy, but then when she talks, it sounds like a girl, and her hands are feminine. But just looking at the rest of her body, and when you take the whole thing in as a total, it looks like a guy, but it's a girl. I'm
Yeah.
telling you, it's the
Yeah.
damnest thing. And I
That's
didn't.
funny. Arkansas. This is one of the craziest discussions I have ever heard. But it's fun though, right? It's fun.
Very informative.
I'll drink to that. But no, it is. It's just it's insanity to me. And the more they try to normalize it, the more crazy people are getting. For what?
It is, and it's because that they worship Baphomet. The half male, half female Satan. That's what it is. And believe it or not, they had one of these. They had Baphomet on this past year at Christmas time. I believe it was in Chicago. They had him there so people could come up, and bow down to him or whatever. But Baphomet has got the breast of a woman and the lower parts of a male. And it's a very evil creature. Creek, what's up, brother? Good to see you.
Creek Squad.
Creek. I see you still got that Coors Light can up there. I figured he'd have done switched over to Bud Light by now.
Well, he was drinking the Bud Light for a while, and it was kind of like that Snickers commercial where like you get cranky when you're hungry, but he was drinking the Bud Light and he was like, I just don't understand. It's just nothing's going right. And then we handed him a Coors and he was like, all right, what's up? Let's do this. So he's gonna stick the Coors for a while.
Poor old Creek. Well, at least he got to a good beer, or a better one anyway. Now I never drank Heineken, so I can't comment on that.
Heineken is kind of an acquired taste.
Is it? Kind of like a Scotch.
Right. Yeah. I mean, even like Labatt Blue, which used to be my favorite when I was in Detroit, but that's an acquired taste too. It's kind of like Heineken. A lot of people say it's skunky.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I don't know. When I drink regular beer, like Budweiser or Coors Light or any other regular beer, it's just too watery for me.
Arkansas says, no matter what I may think or believe, why would I care what somebody else wants to do with their body?
Well, no, and that's a good point, because I agree with that. I don't really care what someone else wants to do with their body. What I care about, to be announced, what's up, CFM? But what I care about is when they're trying to normalize it and kind of like pushing other people to do that too, especially at a young age. They're like forming them to, oh, it's okay to be crazy. It's okay if you want to do this when it makes sense. I suck at explaining shit.
No, it does, but for me, there's a whole lot more to it than that. Like we was talking about just a while ago, where when if you're dating and you go out in the dating scene and you pick up somebody like that, not knowing, well then, that might cause a little anger somewhere along the line. But there's a lot of things hooked up in there. Plus, a lot of these people, when they do that, they do it because they worship Baphomet or Satan. I mean, that's all there is to it. And that's really what's going on now is the Baphomet thing. So that's really what I have against it the most. And, I mean, I just think it's a shame when, somebody thinks that God was wrong in what he made them.
Right.
But take me for instance, as ugly as I am, this is what God made me. So I'm not going to try to hide it, by going and having plastic surgery or something done, even if I could afford it, which I can't.
And that's my thing too about it, is because, like you said, what do I care what other people want to do to their body? That's up to you. But we'll put it this way: I'm very religious, okay? But does anyone know that? Not really, because I don't. That's me. I don't push that on you. I don't think that everyone should believe what I believe or be as religious as I am, or.
Yeah, and do you go out? Do you go out any time and say, "Hey, me and Miss Nina had a great time last night, doing this or that"? I'm talking about, in the bedroom wise. Well,
right.
Of course not, but they do.
Yeah. And mainstream media isn't pushing out there that, like, just forcing it. That's what it seems like. It seems like the mainstream media is forcing it on everyone to be like, yeah, this is normal, do this. And then you got people that are maybe just a little unstable and they think, oh yeah, it's okay to do this, and then they ruin their own lives because they listen to some idiot on GNN, Groomers Network.
Yeah.
Like that. Who put that? LSP put that. I seen that in the chat a second ago. But yeah, it's I really don't care. You want to tattoo your face all black and your eyeballs, go for it. That's you. If that's really what you want to do, that's you. But don't pretend that or act like everybody else should do it. And if they don't do it, then they're not normal.
For darn sure. Yeah, if you want to do something like that to your body, well, then you should be the one that has to pay for it, not anyone else. And
Yeah.
it shouldn't be made out like it's some kind of a great thing, to have for anybody to go and have done, particularly a kid. When you start bringing kids into it, then that's a shame. Like there was a little, I think it was an 8-year-old boy here in Texas a few years back that his mom and dad got a divorce because the mom was wanting to change the little boy into a little girl. Remember, he's 8 years old. And so they go to court. They got the divorce, and they go to the dad's trying to get custody of him because his mom's an outright nut. But they go to court, and the judge sides with the woman.
Yep, I remember that.
And lets the kid, go ahead and have the surgery. I mean, and the boy was saying, yeah, I want to be a girl. He's 8 years old. This kid is not old enough to make a decision like that at all.
Right. Well, he's not old enough to make a decision if he wants to drink alcohol, buy tobacco, or have a firearm or fight for his country. But if he wants to ruin the rest of his life and chop off his mommies and daddies, he can make that decision. Sure.
Yeah. And never, if he wants to have kids in the future, that's out the window. I mean, that ain't going to happen.
Yep.
So,
gone forever.
So you just
and I'll bet you $1 million that I don't have. I'll bet you that much that when he's my age, he's going to regret it more than anything. Man, I wish I could have had a family. I wish my mom wouldn't have went along with whatever the hell it was I was thinking when I was 8. I wanted to be a ninja when I was 8. What if my mom was like, yeah, you can be a ninja?
You talking about one of them teenage turtles or something? You'd look good with a shell on your back, Steve. No, to me, it's a shame all the way around. Everybody's welcome to their own opinions of it, but my opinion of it is just an out and out shame, particularly when you bring kids into this situation. And there are people, rich people, adopting, like the basketball player. Can't think of his darn name right now.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, though. Yeah, he's got the 2 kids and.
Yeah, he's got 2 little boys that he makes.
LeBron James.
Like yeah.
Yeah.
Got them 2 little boys he makes dress up like girls all the time. I mean, they're little boys. Why would you do that to a kid? I mean,
why didn't you just adopt 2 girls?
Now, he wanted to ruin these kids' lives, is my opinion of that. That's exactly why he did it.
You know what it is? Creek Squad just wants to be Elmo. Yay!
Creek says, I'm 29, just want to buy an Elmo puppet and talk like him and say crazy shit.
I didn't even read the whole thing. I just seen I just want to buy an Elmo, and I just did the Elmo thing. Creek does it way better though. He does he doesn't use a soundboard and shit. He actually.
I thought, don't Creek do that already? Don't he talk like Elmo and stuff?
Yeah, he does really good Elmo. Oh no, Elmo. Yeah, I can't do it.
Boy, it's a good thing, that Creek's got a good sense of humor and easy to get along with.
No, yeah, Creek's my brother, man. He's what do they call it? Because he's 29, but you'd think he's like 60 because he knows 10 times more than other people his age. You know what I mean? It's like he's ahead of his
Yeah.
time. Smart
Yeah, and
guy
that,
and
if I
based.
could just get him to go out and vote, I'd be happy. You know, don't make no difference who he votes for. I just want him to. I know I don't think he's going to be doing that, but I would love to get him to go out and vote.
Well, you know me though. I think if you vote, you're just encouraging them. But that's just my opinion.
Well, if you don't vote though, you're letting
I
somebody else make a decision for you.
I
You know,
feel the same way too. So that's why I'm like I'm kind of what is it? Not hypocrite, but I'm on the fence because I understand both. It's like yeah, if you vote, you're encouraging them, but if you don't, you're not doing any good. But then if you do vote, you're I don't know. It's just a shitty.
well, I mean, I'm like Craig. I was 32 years old before I ever voted. I mean, I wished I would have voted before that, but I didn't. You know, I just figured it wasn't going to do any good. You know, and maybe it didn't. But you know, to me, that's what this country was founded on. It's a you know, if we're going to be free, then you've got to take advantage of those freedoms. If you don't, you're not going to have them. You know, so but then again,
Yeah, but
you got to understand that when you vote, you're actually voting for electors, and that's why. So there, that's why it's important to get the right people in your city and county and state. You know, because otherwise, those electors, uh, let's say that the state went for candidate X, but then when the electors get, you know, where they're supposed to go and to cast their votes for candidate X, they give them to candidate Y, you know, and elect this guy in, totally against what the people wanted. That's where it comes in so importantly that you make sure you get the right people in city, county, and state. Because if you don't, it don't really make any difference who you vote for. They can vote for whoever the hell they want to once they get there. So you really got to
right.
take care of your city, county, and state. Make sure the right people are there, or it don't make any difference. You know, I
Well, the
mean,
thing is too, it's discouraging at the same time, especially what happened 3 years ago, and for what's been happening on the islands for who knows how long, 20, 30 years.
yeah.
You can vote all day long, and I mean, Josh Green, governor, nobody votes for
Uh,
him.
I played a good video on that just the other night, Steve, on Hawaii, and this is about a 2 hour long video. But close to the end of it, there was a Hawaiian guy explaining, you know, how it all came about in Hawaii. You know, in other words, Hawaii was stolen. It
Oh well,
still
yeah,
should be a
100%.
king and a queen there,
Yep,
and
100%. They what do you want? Locked up. They put the queen basically in jail. I mean, they basically locked her in the palace or whatever they call it, and took over and
yeah,
said that the Hawaiian people wanted to be a state, which is not true.
no, it's an absolute lie. It's an
Yeah.
absolute lie.
You know how many people a day, how many flags I see flying upside down?
Oh
Hawaiian
golly,
flags all the time. I mean,
there is
there's
no
still
telling.
tons of
All
people
of them,
out
I would
here,
think.
right? There's tons of people out here that are, yeah, they're anti-America, or a lot of people say that this is Hawaii and it's just being run by America, but
Well, it's actually being ran by Nazis, just like we are. The whole world is for the past who knows how long have been run by the Khazarian mafia. That's what it boils down to. I mean, and talking about the Constitution and all, they know more. they do not care anything about the Constitution. So you
Nope.
really can't stand on constitutional rights, even though you should have them. They don't care. I mean, a judge can go around those quicker than you can say boo. They care less about them.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
why
it's
there's so
like
many.
like
Go ahead.
Mr. B said, perfect, because that's what he said. Problem is, you vote in great ones locally, but once they reach national level, they're so groomed and indebted to the powers that be, they are no longer reliable. And that's what I always say. Even if you go in to politics with good intentions and you want to make a difference, exactly, Mr. B, exactly.
No,
That's what
and
happened.
I agree with that
Drizzle
for the most part. But there's that's why another reason why I like
X.
President Trump so much is because he didn't start off as a city councilman or something, then a mayor, then a governor, then going up. That's where you get corrupted at. Is on the way up. He just went
Right.
straight from his business life into the presidency, and he was already rich, so he couldn't be bought. So you don't have to worry about that. And
Right.
he's the
And
he's the only guy, in my opinion, that has not been corrupted, and probably since 1871.
yeah. And like you
That's
were
when.
talking about the Constitution too, and I'm not carrying, like ex bootlicker says, another $1 million that I don't have, I'll bet you. Ask any cop the 5 elements of the First Amendment without them looking it up. Any cop, anywhere in America, anywhere, any island in Hawaii, Alaska, any of the states, anywhere.
It
Just
wouldn't
walk
make
up
any
to any
difference.
random cop and ask them, what are the 5 elements of the First Amendment? I'll bet you $1 million.
No,
Without them looking it up, they'll be like, no
huh?
idea.
They say, huh? What?
Hmm? So
What
what now?
elements?
And they'll just switch the subject up like they always do. Or they'll be like, well, I need your ID. Give me your ID. Who are you?
Exactly. I mean, they don't. That should be the thing that they have to take classes in, not how to pull a gun and shoot it and everything. They should be able to. They should know the Constitution, at least the basics of it,
It's
before they
what they
ever think
swore an
about
oath
becoming a
to.
cop. Yeah.
It's what they swore an oath to protect the Constitution, to
How
give
can you
us those
possibly
rights.
protect it when you don't even know it? I mean,
Right. Or violate our rights at the same time. It's bass backwards. Uh-oh, Garrett was going to say something, but never mind, because well, that's the whole point, is to be able to disagree and talk about things without
no.
getting ballistic and irate.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, Garrett and I have been agreeing on quite a few things here lately. I don't know what makes you think I disagree, and I might do it, but we have been agreeing on a lot of things where not long ago we didn't agree on much of anything. Anyway, Gary, you're more than welcome to put your comment in there, brother, and read it. It doesn't make any difference if I agree or not. It's about Trump. Well, go ahead and put it in there. I'd like to know what you got to say.
And real quick, too, Drizzle Stank, 1, aloha, and 2, that's awesome, brother. Good for you, man. That's badass. Just got done working for the day, pulled the garage door and a framed end wall for the garage, remodeled to master bedroom, but no seizures. Got a bit weird a few times, but succeeded. Fucking right on, dude. Oh yeah.
Who was you reading there?
Drizzle Stank.
Oh, I didn't see the comment.
That's true too, Mr. B. Mr. B knows what's up. Mr. B's got it all down. And ex bootlicker too. It is Fourth Amendment violation. No stopping ID anywhere in the states.
Well, we've definitely been slaves and still are. I definitely agree with that. No doubt about it. But that's what this battle that's going on now is all about, is to get us out of slavery. And I think it will be
There's your
successful.
There's what Garrett was going to ask. Are you sure Trump's not corrupt?
Well, I don't know what you're going to say there, Garrett, but in my opinion, no, I haven't seen anything that he's corrupt on. And if he is corrupt, then why didn't the Democrats find it when of those 2 times that they were impeaching him and all the investigations that they've done on him?
That's a good point. Well, I'll have to answer that too, because the way I look at it is I believe all government is corrupt, doesn't matter who you are. But with that being said, Trump hasn't given me a reason to believe he is. I'm not saying he's not, but he doesn't give me a reason to believe. You know what I'm saying?
I haven't seen anything that says he's corrupt, and I'm researching stuff all the time, and I've not seen anything that says he's corrupt. And I'm not saying that he hasn't done things in his life. I mean, we're all human, so I'm sure he's done something bad somewhere along the way. But as far as being corrupt, like McConnell or some of them, no way. No, and I know here a while back there was something going around about him and the who was that? Oh, it was the guy that was in prison and wound up dead. The Lolita guy.
Yeah, what's his name? Yeah, I know. I can't think of the name. But yeah, I know you.
Well, anyway, they had a conversation one time, and Trump had got stranded somewhere, somehow or some way, and that guy, whatever his name is, I can't think of right now, offered him a ride, on his plane. But and I don't remember if Trump took it. I don't think he did take it. Well, I remember he turned it down and said, "No, I'll catch another flight." But that's the only thing I could think of. Let me see what there is. Warp Speed, he listens to Fauci. He put Fauci in charge of it to disrupt it, and he's the one who let the elites lock down the country. You got that all backwards, Garrett. I'm here to tell you, that's backwards. What Trump was doing, you've heard of they were saying, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Well, that's what he was doing. Warp Speed was, and I don't know how far I can go here, but Warp Speed was to get the I'm trying to think of a way to word this and won't get me kicked off here. But anyway, he was trying to get the vaccine out, that he wanted it made, and which he did. But it wasn't what they wanted. They found out a little later, the evil side did, and had it all changed around. And that's what happened there with the vaccine part. And what else you say? And he didn't let anybody lock down anything. He left it up to the governors. It was the governors that did it. But he made the
yeah, that is true. I remember because that's his way of exposing. He's like, I'm leaving it up to the governors, and then it was all the...
Exactly. And let's see. I forgot what else I was going to say something else.
Right, and that I do agree. I do, and I think it was who else? Someone else mentioned. Does anyone forget his 2A comment? Which, yeah, the 2A part is what sticks out to me, because
but I don't know.
It speaks for itself. It shall not be infringed. I don't know. I just leave it at that. That's that whole story. Stop trying to infringe it.
Oh, absolutely. And that's one thing that he stood pretty strong for, and still does. And if you're paying attention to what's going on nowadays, it's like quick trials, and he's talking about what he is trying to get across to people is that people that sell deadly drugs and are traitors to the country. They're tried one day, and if they're found guilty, their punishment is carried out that same day. It's a quick trial. And the way it's going now is when people are tried, it takes 100 years to try them. And then even if they're found guilty, they're in prison. Let's say they get the death sentence. They're in prison for another 100 years, living off taxpayers, when they should have been done away with long before. So all this stuff, is now who's to say how it's going to go once he's back in office? But what I would like is for somebody to tell me who else is running or who else could possibly run that would be better than Trump. There ain't nobody, in my opinion. Ron DeSantis, no way. Hell no.
That weirdo.
Yeah.
But real quick, I just want to say real quick, just because Ex-Bootlicker brought up a good point. Just a disclaimer for YouTube. None of this is real. This is only a screenplay that myself, Steve Harloha, and Ronnie York are writing for a movie. So we're just practicing. We're just running over it. So please don't shut down the internet. Epstein did kill himself, and the job is great.
That's what I was trying to think of. What Epstein? I couldn't think of his darn name.
Thank you, X. X always reminds me. It's like, okay, you got to remind. X reminds me to remind YouTube that they're assholio.
You know what, Garrett? If you believe all this stuff about Trump, brother, I'm not going to try to convince you otherwise. I mean, all I know is my opinion. I don't know what criminal music artists you're talking about that he pardoned. I know he pardoned a couple that were in there while he was in office that people were begging him to, and the people that he pardoned, though, that I know of, were wrongly found guilty of what it was they had done. And I think when he pardoned me, done the exact right thing. I mean, we don't need somebody that's so soft-hearted they let everybody go, but at the same time, we need somebody that's got common sense and will let people out of prison that were wrongly convicted or given a sentence that did not fit the crime.
Right. And like Raising Cane says, agree with Ronnie, if not Trump. I mean, because if it came down to it, and it's like, look, you have no choice. This is how it works. Like, let's say we were back in the days with the guy with the funny mustache, and you had no choice, and you had to vote, and you had to, if not him, who else? Wouldn't you rather go to, even if he is just acting and putting on some bullshit, still go for him for being the best actor, right?
Yeah, there's absolutely no one else that, that's even holds him alight, in my opinion. I mean, I haven't seen anyone yet that I would even consider voting for over Trump. I mean, literally, somebody point someone out for me. And I'm not saying Trump is an angel. I never have said he's an angel. I'm just saying he's the best president in my lifetime by leaps and bounds.
And I think it was you, Ronnie. Was it? I'm almost positive. I'm like 99% positive it was you. And this was, I don't know, a year ago, maybe. But I remember going, this is their next, like, step or whatever, what they're going to. And I was saying something along the lines of, like, this is how they're going to turn. They've already turned the right against the left and the left against the right. And I'm like, this is how they're going to turn the right against the right or something like that by putting DeSantis and Trump. And then the right and the right are going to, like, divide or something. I thought it was you. But then that didn't work because DeSantis showed his true colors way too quick. And everyone's like, get this tool the fuck out of here.
No shit.
But
but
I think that was their plan. That,
Oh, yeah. I think what they were doing is they were making DeSantis look like he was the greatest thing in the world, other than Trump, that he was close to Trump as anybody could get. And that's why he was made it look like he was doing so great in Florida. Well, he wasn't doing near as great in Florida as the media was making out. I mean, he was the true crook all along. And then all that stuff comes to light after he goes to running for president. But
yep.
I mean, my goodness, after you got to think back when Trump was running for president and he made all the promises, he kept every one of those promises, every one. He followed through and kept every one of the promises he made. I don't know of any other president that's ever done that. Any of them. Not that
no wars. No wars. Zero wars.
Yeah, and shut down a lot of the wars that were going on.
Yep.
And the reason he did that, it wasn't because, he felt sorry for anybody. He just knew that our guys were being sent to fight wars that were started on false premises. And what I'm saying is the evil ones want to take control of the world. So that's why he was shutting down wars. That's why he didn't start any more wars.
Yes, who can fill the stadium at this time? Oh, I draw the line with red flag laws on guns.
Well, I don't know what red flag laws you're talking of there, Garrett. That Trump had anything to do with, because in most cases, states have control over those, or cities, where they supposedly make guns off limits or red flags to schools and things. But that's what I was saying a while ago. You got to make sure you elect the right people at home, in your city, county, or state. If you don't, well, then you're not going to get anything done. Dakota, that I can't answer. I don't think he did, though. To the best of my knowledge, he hasn't. But I think it's Snowden. There's two of them. Two guys. Another guy that's like Snowden. What was his name? The guy that ran WikiLeaks.
Oh yeah, I don't remember the name, but yeah.
I'm terrible at remembering names.
Me too. But Robin made a good point too. The only reason DeSantis did gain popularity is because of Trump, and he backstabbed. He was biting the hand that fed.
Absolutely, you're absolutely right, Robin, and you too, Steve. I mean, that's very true. But the guy that ran WikiLeaks, that whole thing with him,
Good point, Sharon.
Another thing I'd almost bet on is that he's somewhere where snug as a bug in a rug and not living high on the hog, Julian Assange. Thank you, JM.
Yeah, there you go. That's what it is. Yep.
I can almost guarantee you that this guy is not in jail anywhere. Wherever he's at, he's on a beach somewhere. If he wanted to be, I'm saying Assange. If it wasn't for Assange, we'd be in a heap of shit right now. I'm here to tell you.
And Sharon Steinbring's got a good point too. Why do we need two sides? Why not just one side that knows what he's doing? Because it really is only two sides, not just one. There's two. It's the government and we the people. That's my opinion. That's what I think.
I agree with what Sharon said. We don't need two or three. I mean, you're like a Republican, Democrat, and what's the other one that's supposedly in the middle?
Oh yeah, what is that called? Damn it, what is that? I know. Yeah, there's.
Yeah, my brain never works, and it ain't working today.
I might be 198 too. Shit, I can't remember anything. But I know what you're talking
the same
about.
year.
But it's what the hell is that called? I don't know. But that's what I always say though. I'm not Democrat or Republican. I'm an American citizen, and I want my freedom.
That's me. That is me.
Yep. Obama and the Democrats funded by the oligarch running a shadow government under the first Joe has too many skeletons, so he's a patsy. Biden to finish us off. The inflation bubble will burst soon.
Obama and Democrats funded by the oligarchs running a shadow government under the farce Joe. But Joe is definitely a farce. But I can tell you about Joe, at least in my strong opinion, is that Joe was placed in there by the military, who is actually running things, by the way. He was placed in there by the military to take care of these bad things that are happening now, like name a bad thing that's happened, like the war in Ukraine and everything. That had to happen because of all the labs that were there, and because of the underground stuff and the kid stuff, all those kind of things. It had to happen. That's why Joe was put in, because Joe was already an evil crook to begin with. So they put this guy in because Joe's going to be, he's going to have to stand trial, so that they're making it look like now what he's doing now is what they're going to be trying him for. But it's from things in the past that he's going to be tried for. But they're making it look like now. This whole thing is a big movie. That's all the hell it is. A well planned out military operation. That's what we're in. Continuation of government.
Southeast Wolverine said it a little bit ago, and William Grammer too just now. But yeah, independent.
Yeah,
that's what we were looking for.
It is. Thank you, William, and whoever else said that. I didn't see anybody else, but
SC Wolverines, Southeast Wolverine. It should be on the StreamYard chat. You should see it in there.
Do you understand, Garrett, why he's calling Hillary beautiful now? I know exactly why he's doing that.
I didn't even hear that, really?
Oh yeah, he's been calling beautiful Hillary now for a while.
See, I haven't been paying attention that much.
Well, the reason is because let me see if I can figure out a way to put this. She was unalived sometimes back, and so that's why she's beautiful now, because she's no longer among the living.
I gotcha.
And so now Joe has took her place. He did call her Crooked Hillary, but now it's Crooked Joe. And if you heard him say, I don't know how many dozens of times, that Joe was shot. He's shot. He don't mean he's shot mentally or anything, which this guy certainly looks at. What he's talking about is Joe has been unalived. You know what I mean?
Well, look at pictures of the guy from 30, 40, 50 years ago, and I don't care anyone ages, they don't change that much. Their facial features does not look like the same person at all.
Shoot, just find a picture of when he was Obama's vice president. They're just totally different.
Yep.
Totally different. Shit, I don't know what else you'd have to do to prove that that's not the same Joe. There's no way it is.
Looks nothing alike. There's none of his facial features.
That's right. The bone structure is different. The ears are different. The way he smiled is different. Joe had that old lopsided grin,
Yeah, everything.
That is true, Lord.
Except when you have a part of your brain removed.
Yeah, Joe said that this guy that's acting like Joe said when he was in the hospital, when he had, I think, the stroke, that he supposedly was almost dead one time, and the nurses were holding his mouth shut and giving him mouth to mouth through his nose. That's what he said. I mean,
His
it's
ears
just
do give
crazy.
it away. His ears do give it away. Because yeah, how are you have connected earlobes and then or whatever way it was, have connected earlobes and then not have connected earlobes or not have them and then
And what Bruce said right there, it's a colossal worldwide military operation to take out corruption that has existed for hundreds of years. It cannot be done overnight. Exactly, Bruce. That's exactly right. I mean, it'd been nice if it could be, but it couldn't be. I mean, can you imagine somebody having a hold of the whole earth for all this time? You know, for 1,000, 2,000 years, however long it's been, and people think that they can be done away with in a week or two or a year or two. I mean, no way. Shoot, man. And it's going back, like you said, right before Trump publicly left office, he said, the rest of them, the ones they hadn't already caught, they're gonna light a fire and smoke them out. That's what they've been doing. They've been smoking them out. That's what all this stuff that's going on now is about. You remember when the Hurricane Hillary come ashore there in California here last week or whenever it was,
yep.
and all that rain, everything? Well, there was a earthquake that happened right in the middle of all that there in L.A. Have you ever heard of a hurricane causing an earthquake? And here's the thing: it was 5 to 6 miles deep. The earthquake was. Have you ever heard of a hurricane causing an earthquake? There's no way in hell that they cause earthquakes. But what is happening is all the tunnels are 5 to 6 miles deep. At least, I'm talking about the ones that are not under the ocean, are 5 to 6 miles deep. So that
I've
earthquake.
seen pictures where it almost seemed Photoshop because it's like, damn, of the shit underneath.
Oh man, there's more stuff underground probably than there is overground or on top of the ground. But what they were doing is they were using that hurricane as cover to take out those tunnels, and then the rainwater from it, they were flooding the tunnels with it. That's what they do.
Yep. But I do agree on the it can't be done overnight. Because same thing, I've been following the 1A community for so long, and it's not anti-cop, it's anti-bad cop. And it's for many years, there's all these auditors out there trying to expose these corrupt bad cops.
Mm-hmm.
They're still just doing it every day, and they don't even care that they're being recorded. They still keep doing it. And it's like, the 1A community has been trying to change that for years and years and years, and nothing's changing. It's like, what the flip-flop, man?
You know why they do that is because they know that first of all, they're probably not going to get in any trouble, with the chief or anything where they're working at the time. And if they do, and if they happen to wind up getting fired, well, they can just go to town right next door and get a job there. Because,
Yeah.
oh man,
Yep. That's what they do. They get exposed, they get fired, and then they just get hired again.
Steve, they're messing with the stream here. Something's going on with it. I mean,
Really?
you're roboting, and mine just flickered. So something's going on with it. Flicker, you almost went out.
Yeah, because mine. Let me see. Mine's still going. Yours is frozen.
Is it?
Hell, yeah.
That figures. I'm telling you, man, they do not like to hear anyone talk about this stuff. But
Oh,
am I still froze?
Let me go. I'm at mine, and we're not frozen on mine. But yeah, yours is frozen. What the hell?
I'll be damned. Well, let me go back out, and then I'll come right back in. See if it'll unfreeze.
Okay.
Be right back.
Oh, that's weird. Because, yeah, on mine, it's not frozen, but. Yeah, you guys are good. Yeah, so on my channel, it's good.
Well, am I still
There you
frozen,
go.
Nate? All right. Right on.
Yep, there you
But
go. You're good now.
James said I wasn't frozen on his, then I guess it just froze on yours, Steve. I don't know.
Yeah, but on yours too, because you were saying something was going on.
Yeah,
On
it was.
yours.
It was flickering.
Huh,
Or
weird.
whatever the word is for
How weird. Now show me your papers.
it. But going back to those cops, that's exactly what they do. The whole thing is from the bottom up and from the top down. That's where it's worked for years now. They all stick together. You can't.
Yep.
It's almost impossible to convict a cop or anyone in between. Even the dog catcher of anything. I mean, they can break any and every law they want to, and get caught and never have to pay a price.
Yeah, well, that's why they need to get rid of qualified immunity.
I think Drizzle Stank is leaving us. Later, Sir Steve. Looks like you got cooked at dinner. What is your face is sunny, LOL. Have a great night, Ronnie. Well, you too, Drew.
Is my face red? Shit.
Yeah, it looks fine to me, but I mean, you're ugly, but other than that, you look all right.
Well, always ugly.
All men are ugly. At least they are to me.
Yeah.
Can you just say another guy's saying that he thinks another guy's good looking? Say, oh, that guy's. I can't do it as good as you can now. Oh, he's so good looking.
Hand me a Bud Light and I'll say it. Oh, he's so gorgeous.
Oh man. Yeah, I can't do anything like you can, that's for sure. Well, I'll accept you, William. I mean, you're a beautiful guy.
But in my country, you are not allowed to talk about other men like that. You do not do that. No, you do not do that.
Well, it says the chat is being monitored, and they hate to see your chat filled with thinking people.
That is true.
Hell,
I did read something about that like a month or two ago, how they do actually monitor chats.
Oh, they do. No doubt about it. That's why a lot of guys won't let anybody put anything in there that might piss them off. But they don't like people that are free thinkers or that have a brain on the panel either. I mean, that's for darn sure. I can testify to that myself.
Dakota, he says, you do that great. That's
He
fun.
does,
Everyone
don't he,
tells
Dakota?
me that, but I don't get it because I don't think I do, but I grew up in Detroit and in Farmington and Farmington Hills, Michigan, which is in Wayne County. There's a lot of Indian people and then doing plumbing. And I just kind of picked up on it doing work for, a lot of Indian customers. But everyone tells me I do that great, and I guess I do. I don't know.
Oh, you do. You sound like a real McCoy when you do it. They can't stand real Americans. You got that for damn sure. It's the Wolverines.
Can't wait till me and Creek Squad finished, or me, Creek, and Mamsie Graham finished that YouTube as Holio song.
Y'all been working on that now for 3 months. You ain't got it done yet. You ain't ever gonna get it done.
We're about halfway done.
Y'all gonna get done on that about like we got done on my Ronnie Cash song. Or whatever. No, it wasn't. It wasn't a Ronnie Cash song. It was the hell was that now?
Oh, I just watched that a couple weeks ago. That's funny. I was going through my old videos, and I watched that when we were doing that. We were singing. It was me and me and David Devine.
Oh yeah. It was it, but it wasn't Ronnie. It was Raw Dog song.
Yep, Raw Dog song.
That sucker still, it ain't even got out of the brain yet, much less on the paper or anything.
This one wouldn't even have got this far if it wasn't for Mangigram.
And I'm glad you brought up David Divine, because, I mean, here it is. I missed one show and I get fired and replaced by David Divine.
Well, someone had to take your spot. I was like, man, I don't want to cancel the show.
No, I don't
And
blame
well,
you.
it was funny though too, because then and it was funny when you said that too. You're like, really, one day, and this guy takes my spot. But the night before, me and David were on a panel together. I forgot whose it was. But, I think it was AC's. And David was like, we should do a show together. And then the next morning, you're like, I'm not gonna be able to make it today. And I was like, oh, David just said we should do a show together. So it was funny how it all worked out. Like,
You're breaking up. I couldn't understand half what you said again there.
well, don't worry about what I said. Don't worry about it. But if you want, am I still breaking up?
All right. Creek says our new upcoming song is going to be titled "Big Money, Ronnie Cash." All right. Ron, that sounds like a damn good title. If the song is half as good, it'll go platinum in a hurry.
I like that, Creek. Big money. Big money, Ronnie Cash. But if you want to hear, am I still breaking up or am I good?
And you're just a little bit now, at least on my end. The other folks in the chat say you're fine.
All right, as long as it's not my, okay. Because you know, once in a while my mic will do that crackling shit.
Yeah, no, it wasn't that. It's YouTube itself, but it might just be mine. You know.
Well, speaking of YouTube, assholeo, here's a sneak peek of what we got done.
Sneak peek.
Out on the range where the cowboys roam, there's a different kind of battle happening at home. It ain't a six-shooter or a horseback ride. It's a war of the woods on the Sabbath divide. YouTube as Holio, hiding in the night. Thought you could tear me down, but you ain't got to fight. Sitting behind your screen seems to be your fate. But I'll rise above it all with love and not hate. I'll rise above it all with love. And I hate YouTube as Holio. YouTube as Holio.
All right, and that's where it cuts out. But yeah. So, right, halfway there, man. Halfway there.
Who's doing the singing on that?
That's Mangigram. But so he set up the music and everything for us, and then me and Creek's gonna do most of the singing. Or we're gonna have Mangigram do that part, and then Creek's gonna do like a rap part of a section of it, and then I'm just gonna do, because I just wrote the song. That's it. I just did the lyrics. I'm not a musician, so
I damn sure ain't.
I write the lyrics, and then
I'm a singer. I'm not a musician. I'm a singer.
But it's been fun so far doing all that.
Well, when are you gonna write the words to my Raw Dog song? And not only just write the words, but sing them. I'll sing it if I have to. Let's do hello there.
Creek, what was that one that Creek said? What did he say it was called? The Big Money.
Hello to you.
Big Money. We'll call it Big Money Ronnie Cash Raw Dog.
That's a long ass title, but hey, it works for me.
Me and Creek will work on that next. But I have another one I have to work on first, which is Steve-O challenged me because Jam Unleashed challenged me to write that YouTube as Holio one, so I did. And then Steve-O just challenged me to write another one titled Maui Burnin' Blues, which is going to be hard because I've been listening to blues music the last couple of days, just trying to get the set in my head to write the lyrics for it. So
No,
and then we
Cole,
gotta
it
do
was saying YouTube is ass Holio.
has YouTube. Oh, that's hilarious.
Maybe that's what you should have said instead of ass Holio.
That's great. I love that.
Oh man.
Yes, let's do it. Yeah, that's Steve-O challenged me to that. I want to do that one, but it's just hard to do it in the blues because
I've got to say this right quick, Steve. Forgive me for interrupting you, but if y'all hadn't hit the like button and you're watching on my channel, please hit it because I've got to beat David Devine in likes. I mean, it's very important to me to beat David Devine.
It's at 37 right now. We need to get that to 50.
We need to get it to at least 40. I mean, 45 would be better. 50 would be even better. 60 would be wonderful. Come on, folks, hit the like button.
Do it.
Forget about Steve's. He's already got 1,000 likes.
I actually just hit 100,000 views.
Yeah, see?
That's pretty cool.
That's what I'm saying.
It's exciting.
Like Laura said there, 37 and counting. I don't think we're counting anymore though. Come on, folks. We can't count if you don't hit the like button. So let me see if anybody's hit it yet. No one's hit it yet. I can't even sweet talk people into hitting mine.
Oh, you just hit 40. You just hit 40.
All right. Thank you, folks. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That is what I'm talking about right there. That is how you do it. Now let's see if we can get to 50. Come to my stream, Ronnie. Maybe you get 100 likes.
Because of what I'm about to prove.
Shit. That just reminded me. We usually do a 2-hour podcast or stream or show or whatever you want to call it. And see, it's a damn good show.
Absolutely.
A damn good show.
That's right.
You're over 2 hours, and it only seemed like you've been going for 20 minutes.
And then at the end of that, you go say, "Yeah," like you constipate.
Yeah.
There you go. And AC, what are you going to prove? You going to prove you're still a liberal or what? I mean, everybody knows that anyway.
AC Wolverines is asking for your channel link. You got to drop it in the chat or in my chat. Or no, wait. Oh, Wolverines is asking for Ronnie's channel. Okay, yeah, I got it pinned.
Yeah, it's pinned at the top there, Wolverine. I
read that. I had AC's comment in my head. I thought he was talking about AC, that damn liberal.
He is a liberal, ain't he? He even admits that, he tries to make it sound like he's not anymore, but he still is in reality. I agree with that too, Mr. B. Yeah. He's a fed plant. He's not fed very good.
My screen just went black. Oh, there I am. But yeah, Wolverines hit yours too. You're at 41 now.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You hear about Jimmy Buffett? No. What happened to Jimmy Buffett?
He died.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Seriously? When? Just recently? Obviously.
Yesterday or the day before.
No shit. I did not hear about that.
Yeah, he did. And thank you, LSP, for dropping my link there, brother.
Damn. Was it natural?
Come on now, X. If you hadn't know, you got to go over and give me a like. Come on, wear that cat paw out.
No cake left, but you said they told me that there was gonna be cake. They said that I was gonna. They said that there was cake, but they told me They took my
I ate,
stapler.
I ate all the damn cake. I mean, I love cake. I can't help myself. If it's there, I got to eat it. Cake, I mean.
After taking the upsy daisy. Oopsie daisy.
There it goes.
Low shaker of salt.
Yeah, it's me. It is mine that's causing the robot thing. Can you hear me, Steve?
Yep, I can hear you.
Man,
Yes.
I mean, you're roboting bad, and it keeps, on my side, my camera's going down, going in and out, and you're froze up. I can't hear a word you're saying.
Let's see. Oh, we lost Ronnie. Ah, shit. What the hell, man? All good on this. All right. I think it's just Ronnie. I think the area he is in is messing with Ronnie. First, it's the power, the electricity. Then YouTube has polio. Holy shit. That is a great. That was awesome though. Cola, that's the best I've heard. Love it.
Oh, Steve.
There we go. Am I back?
There you are. Man, it went plumb down there.
Everyone in chat was saying it's good on their end. So, and then AC said it's your internet. So, yeah, I think the power company's messing with you or the internet.
It's definitely my internet. It used to do this all the time, but I got a even more stronger internet. I had to pay extra for it, of course, but I got a stronger internet. It hadn't done it since then until tonight. So whatever the hell it is, I don't know.
Well, the good thing is that 43 likes now.
Do what?
You're at 43 likes now.
Oh, maybe I ought to go out and come back in again. Seems to help.
They don't like truth. Nope, that is true.
Well, I thought we had some pretty good discussions today, Steve, don't you?
Oh, yeah, man. I think, well, what is this, like our fifth or sixth one since, well, I don't want to say got back together, but since we started doing live streams again.
Yeah, I think it is our, well, not counting one last week with David.
Right. Well, yeah, true, because you were there in the chat, but you weren't feeling good, so you weren't there. But
believe me, I wanted to be here. I was just too sick, man. And you know what? I was sick all the way up until Friday, I think it was. Man, I ain't kidding you. I could barely walk. I was so damn dizzy. And spent a lot of time in the bathroom. So I thought it might be kind of dangerous to come on here, and I was afraid I might not have time to make the bathroom. Plus, right. I was so dizzy, I could barely sit up. So,
and better to play it safe than sorry, always.
Absolutely. Hey, so you got to tell us what your stream is going to be about tonight. I mean, think down to the T.
Something about AR and what it means. I can't remember about AR and what it means and why they use that for. Actually, I think I pulled it up.
Oh, is he talking about AR, the abbreviation for Arkansas?
Let's see. What the hell is going on?
Thank you, Wolverines. He says, new here. We'll check you guys out again. Met Steve through Latina. I love anybody helping America. Thank you, brother. And that's exactly what I think we're both trying to do. I know it's what I'm trying to do. I'll just speak for myself. That's definitely what I'm trying to do. Well, says, Ronnie, were you scared shitless or up Shit's Creek? Anyway, it's good to see you. You kind of say that, Lord, yeah. And by the way, it's good to see you again, Laurel.
I don't see what is today's date? The third?
Yeah, the third.
Yeah, the third. So, oh, okay, it's coming up in 20 minutes. Then here we go. It says, "Are handguns or AR-15 rifle used in most mass shootings?" Question mark.
Well, what difference would it make? Because all those shootings are, done by the authorities that be. In other words, they're called false flags.
Yep.
I'm not saying there's not one real one ever here and there, but most of them are by the crooks themselves. And John H., welcome, brother. Good to see you.
Hey, John H., aloha. The vast majority of mass shootings never make it to lamestream media. That is true. Only the ones they want to. But as Ronnie was saying earlier, this has been a great conversation, and we got to keep them wanting to come back for more, right?
Absolutely.
2 hours is our usual cutoff. We've been going 2.5.
Yeah, so y'all got that.
We have to be self-disciplined.
See, we gave them that extra content today, though, Steve. It didn't cost a thing extra.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how kind-hearted we are and everything. So, gave you guys 32 minutes extra today. Didn't charge you a thing for those extra moments. So,
see, bonus.
Absolutely.
And it did pay off because you got 45 likes.
Absolutely, that's another absolutely. But I got to say now, I've got to say this. I had 47 likes just a couple nights ago. So can we at least get 2 more before I get out of here so I can tie that one from the other night? Come on, I know there's 2 more likes in there.
At least got a match.
Yeah. Come on,
so everyone knows, next week, same time, same channels. Because next week it'll be my channel, but Ronnie will be stream sharing to his channel. So same thing.
Yeah, and we'll
have the same content, and we just talk about whatever. And you've seen how much fun it was, right?
Absolutely. Not only that, but I think it's very informative,
No, absolutely important, yeah.
Here's stuff here you ain't gonna get anywhere else, that's for sure. Or very few places anywhere, particularly on YouTube Assholio.
Assholio or has polio.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so let me ask you a question, Brother Steve. Are you going over to the guy that claims to be a conservative channel?
Probably. But you're going live later too, though, right?
Well, I'm thinking about it. At least I was, but I don't know if I'll go over to AC's or not. Golly, that ruins my reputation. To be seen with a liberal.
Yeah, that might do. That might do harm to your reputation.
Yeah, it'd do harm to anybody's reputation,
But like I was saying earlier, we got to take chances once in a while. You never know.
Yeah, I may just go over at AC's for a while and just. The problem with AC is though he talks so loud, and that no one else could word in edgewise.
What?
Because the reverberation from his voice, it takes 30 minutes to get over the reverberation. And before that's over with, he's talking again. And so that, it never ends.
Well, see, I'm already half deaf. Like literally, I'm hard of hearing. And yeah, it's
AC I know exactly what that, didn't he?
So yeah, it's AC's fault. But yeah, and I pinned at the top to Southeast Wolverines channel. So anyone here want to go check him out and help him grow his channel, that'd be awesome.
Who's you talking about there?
SE Wolverines.
Okay.
I pinned him at the top of my chat. So, but good people, check them out, show some love, support.
Absolutely. Let me subscribe to him right quick before. Did you put it? And you say you pinned it?
I pinned it in my chat. Yep.
Okay. And when I die, you can bury me in Lubbock, Texas, in my jeans. Oh, I got to set this commercial on yours. My show, but I got to see.
What's that one song, Ronnie? Where, because I was going, like I said the other day, I was going through my old videos and stuff, and there's one song, you were singing it, and in the middle or towards the end, it's like, and again and again and again and again. That's all I remember about that song. But something about and then I died, and then he died or something, and again.
Yeah,
and I put like a owl, and it just slowly turned around with his eyes, like what? I used to have fun editing those videos, but that's when no work was coming in, so I had nothing but time.
Yeah, that's the song by Waylon, Willie, and Chris Christopherson. You know, the not the Highwaymen, but the shit. The one, it's anyway. It's about, you know, they all came back. You know, as another thing after they died.
Right. Yeah, that's the one. It's I was watching it. I miss making those videos, man, but it takes so much time. Like 6 to 8 hours for a 10-minute video, you know.
Cheryl says, I never sang last night. And Cheryl, I was trying to save everybody's ears. That was the reason I didn't sing or sang. You know, you probably wouldn't be able to hear today if I would sing. Your ears would be, I'd be worse than, I'd probably hurt your ears as bad as AC does.
He was really just doing everyone a favor.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. But now Chap sings several songs, and Chap just does a great job at singing. You know, to me, Chap, he sings better when he don't practice them, you know, or has never sung them before, than he does when he has. I mean, shit, he sang several songs last time he was on, or was on his channel the last time. He did several there, and then last night he done several. I'm telling you, he just good at it, man. Hell, if I could sing like that, I'd be singing all the damn time.
Me too. Yeah, Chap's got a great voice.
He does. I would turn my radio down in the car and just, you know, just sing right along.
Yeah, everyone loves his acapella too. Acapella.
Yeah, that's what he was doing last night.
He's natural.
All right, thank you, JM. And if anybody here ain't subscribe to JM, y'all ought to go subscribe to JM too. JM is one great guy.
Oh yeah, definitely subscribe to JM. He is one of the most selfless people I've ever met. Great guy, down to earth, honest, loving, kind, caring. Like all the good things you can think about anyone, they're all wrapped into JM. Great people.
That's right. And if you need to know anything about precious metals, if JM can't tell you, he can damn sure guide you to someone that can. Thank you, Wolverines. Appreciate that sub, brother. And I subbed to you too, by the way. And I'm already subbed to Latina. I dropped by, I think it was last night. When I was going back to, you know, do what I do to my videos, I seen that Latina was on. So I dropped in and gave him a like and said hello. But it was late and I was tired, so I went to bed. Absolutely. Thank you, Creek, for reminding us of that.
Yes. Definitely thoughts and prayers for Shane Phelps.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
talk about
also,
unexpected. Man, that was just thought he had a cold.
and the same goes for Lowell. If y'all, Lowell, if you hadn't dropped your link already, drop it, brother. And if y'all ain't subscribed to Lowell, well, Lowell's a good guy too. Known Lowell
Loyal
for a
is
long
loyal.
time. He is. Known Lowell for a long time. And Creek's a good dude. I mean, he ain't drinking Bud Light no more. So,
That alone right there.
that deserves a subscription.
And Creek's my brother, man. Creek is my brother. Creek is a younger version of me. Seriously, that's what I honestly think of Creek. It's just like, I love that dude, man. Good guy.
No, I'm not on Rumble today. The reason I started to, but the reason I didn't is because last time that I tried to put I put Steve's up first, and the one that we do together on a Rumble, and then it wouldn't let me post another one, until the next day. And so what I was going to do is go live tonight and use the Rumble for my live tonight, because I have to take all mine down, so that's what I was going to do. But being as I'm going over to AC's, I guess, well, I wish that I went ahead and put this one on Rumble.
Well, I thought it was seriously. I thought it was because Rumble found out that YouTube has polio and they just didn't want to catch it.
Could very well be. It surprised me a damn bit. But anyway,
I nothing to do with that YouTube or that Bud Light shit.
Yeah, I know. If anybody hears anything else about Shane, well, particularly if he's getting better, well, let us know.
Yeah, definitely.
And there's Lowell's link right there. And Lowell's also got a Rumble channel too.
Yeah, and as far as Shane, let us know, because in my about section, I'm pretty sure my email is in there. So, or just put it in a comment on any one of the videos or whatever, or anyone that has my phone number. But if anyone hears anything, definitely let us know.
Oh crap! I'm gonna have to pull mine up again here. Hang on one second, Steve.
Okay.
I just want to see something. I still ain't got 47 likes. I just don't know what to think about you folks.
So 46.
46. Just need one more like to tie the other night, a couple nights ago. Come on, just one more. One more thumb on the like button. That's all I need.
Make it my age. Give him as many likes as the years I've been alive.
Yeah. Come on. And one more for good measure.
Yeah, one more.
Because we're going to have to go pretty quick. We've been on almost 2 hours and 45 minutes.
We got to at least end it before AC goes on with his pew-pew.
Creek's handle is Creek Squad. I don't know what the numbers are, though. Creek, you still there? Drop your link in here, brother. Old Creek. Calling the Creek. Creek Squad. Creek Squad. Where you at, Creek?
There you go. You're at 47.
All right. Now, see, I knew somebody was holding out. I just knew it.
It was me. I cheated. I went to my backup channel.
Oh, that'll work.
Which is my backup channel's name is Backup Channel. Like, not even kidding.
The backup channel to his channel is the backup channel.
I got a whole 50 subscribers. But I don't really put anything on there either, so.
Well, why don't you?
I just have it just in case. I should start building it, though, just in case.
Yeah, you should do one every now and then anyway.
Right?
I know when starting out on those, when you just started another channel, even though people may know it, they don't know, that channel. So it can get pretty lonesome on them things sometimes.
Right.
Mr. B says, as of today, all I know is Shane is in the hospital with pneumonia and on a ventilator. Got an email tonight. Well, Mr. B, tell him we're all pulling for him out here and praying for him. Hey, if you get to talk to him, tell him to hurry up and get his ass out of there.
I was wondering why, because I texted him a couple times, and I was like, what, did I do something? Is he mad at me? But
Mad at everybody being in the hospital. And you know what's
Yeah,
bad
I was-
about when you're a smoker and you're in the hospital, of course you couldn't smoke anyway in the hospital, but being on a respirator makes it even worse. I've been on one before, and believe me, those things, it like scared me to death, because you can't, it breathes when it's ready. You don't breathe when you're ready. It breathes when it's ready. And boy,
Right.
it's scary.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of, that's a whole nother show, though.
It
Because
is.
I could go on about that for another half hour at least.
Oh, so could I.
Well,
Anyway,
it has a lot to do with my sister, too, put it that way. So it's very personal about ventilators. But
well, Brother Steve, thank you for coming on with me today. It's been fun, brother.
thank you, man. Thank you. And next week, same time, we'll do the same thing from my channel, and Ronnie will be stream sharing from his channel, and hopefully we'll see all you guys again next week.
And the first
And
time you
even
can't
more.
make it, I'm going to get a hold of David and see if he'll come up here.
Yep, there you go. That's David's the backup guy.
There
David's
you go.
he's the guest host when Steve or Ronnie can't make it. But what happens if we both can't make it? Then David's got to do a show by himself on one of our channels.
That'd be fine.
Yeah, there you
fine
go.
with me. Oh,
Hey,
David's
wait
a
a
great
minute.
guy.
I haven't seen David here today, so does that mean he's fired? No, we'll give him a second chance.
Yeah, of course.
He'll
David, where
watch
you
the
at?
replay.
He's probably lurking. I know David. He likes to lurk.
Yep.
But David's a great guy,
glad.
too.
No, he's not lurking in mine. That would be funny as hell, though, if he was.
Well, anyway, I'm going to jump my ass off. What time was AC supposed to start?
In 2 minutes. 1 minute. 1 minute. Exactly.
Well, let's
1
stay on
minute.
another 10 minutes and see what he does.
Right.
Just kidding. I'm going to try to get me a little bit of something to eat before I get on it. But I will be there. It may be 5 or 10 minutes, but I'll be there.
Yep, I'll be there too. And I just posted a link for him in both chats. So
Yeah, so if y'all want to hear some, now, with AC, you're not going to get anything sensible out of him. But y'all know with me and Steve being there, you'll get a little sensible stuff anyway. Got to give AC hell of a chance I get,
Right. Well, I mean, he does hop around. He does break a leg once in a while.
He does. And then he cuts it off, throws it away. Most of us just
Told
go
you,
have it fixed.
When I meet him in person, I'm going to take his leg and smack him in the back of the head with it. So.
Well, hit him somewhere it hurt. The head ain't going to hurt him. I mean, Anyway, I'm out here. Thanks to everybody for joining us. Appreciate all you guys very much.
Thank you. And hopefully we see you all again next week and maybe more. Share it. Share everyone you know and bring everyone with you. And
yeah, maybe somewhere along the line we can start up a late night show a week, in addition to this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm talking about 9:30 or 10 my time.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Well, we can darn sure work on it.
Definitely.
But in the meantime, see you over at AC's and love you, brother Steve.
Yep, love you, Ronnie. And everyone in chat, much love. Until next time.
What Steve
God
said.
bless.
Good night, everybody.